Have you ever noticed something strange in conversations? Sometimes the smartest person in the room makes everyone else a little uncomfortable, not because they are rude, not because they are arrogant. In fact, many intelligent people are quiet, thoughtful, and polite. Yet somehow their presence changes the atmosphere. People become more careful with their words. Some feel slightly defensive, others withdraw from the conversation completely. And the most surprising part is that the intelligent person often has no idea this is happening. So why does this occur? Why can intelligence, something we usually admire, sometimes create tension in social situations where we explore the hidden psychology behind everyday human behavior? To understand this phenomenon, we first need to talk about something called social comparison. Human beings constantly compare themselves to the people around them. Most of the time this happens automatically without conscious awareness. When we meet someone new, our brain quickly tries to estimate where we stand in relation to them. Are they more confident, more successful, more experienced, more intelligent? These comparisons help us understand our place in a social environment. But when someone appears noticeably more intelligent in a conversation, the comparison can trigger a subtle psychological reaction. It doesn't necessarily mean others dislike the person. Instead, it can activate a quiet sense of self-evaluation. Imagine you're discussing a topic casually with friends. Everyone is sharing opinions comfortably. Then someone joins the conversation and begins explaining the topic with deep knowledge, clear logic, and detailed examples. Suddenly, the conversation shifts. People may start questioning their own understanding. They might think, maybe I don't know enough about this subject. That moment of self-doubt can create mild discomfort. And interestingly, the intelligent person may not be trying to impress anyone. They may simply be expressing their thoughts naturally, but their depth of understanding changes the social balance of the group. Another reason intelligent people sometimes make others uncomfortable is the way they process conversations. Highly analytical individuals often think more deeply about ideas. They enjoy exploring complex topics, questioning assumptions, and examining details. In certain environments, this can unintentionally disrupt the natural flow of casual conversation. Most social conversations follow a simple rhythm. People exchange stories, share opinions, and move quickly from one topic to another. The goal is connection, not analysis. But intelligent individuals sometimes pause to analyze ideas more carefully. They might ask deeper questions. They might challenge a common belief. They might explore the reasoning behind someone's opinion. To them, this feels like curiosity and engagement, but to others, it can feel like their ideas are being examined or judged. Even when the intelligent person has good intentions, the deeper questioning can make people feel exposed. Another interesting psychological factor is something called cognitive intensity. Some individuals think very quickly and process information rapidly. They connect ideas, patterns, and implications faster than the average conversational pace. During discussions, this can create a noticeable difference in mental speed. While one person is still forming a thought, the more analytical individual may already be exploring several layers of the topic. This difference in cognitive rhythm can unintentionally create pressure in conversations. Others may feel like they need to keep up. When people feel they cannot keep up mentally, discomfort often appears. But the story becomes even more interesting when we look at how intelligent people communicate uncertainty. You might assume intelligent individuals always sound confident and certain, but in reality, the opposite is often true. People who think deeply are usually very aware of complexity. They understand that most issues have multiple sides, hidden variables, and incomplete information. Because of this awareness, they often speak carefully. They may question their own assumptions and acknowledge uncertainty. Ironically, this thoughtful approach can sometimes confuse others. In everyday conversations, people often prefer simple and confident statements. Clear opinions feel reassuring. When someone introduces nuance and complexity, it can disrupt that comfort. Instead of simple answers, the discussion becomes more complicated. And many people instinctively avoid conversations that feel mentally demanding. There is also another layer involving something psychologists call identity protection. People naturally build identities around their beliefs, opinions, and knowledge. For example, someone might feel confident about their understanding of politics, health, technology, or culture. When an intelligent person introduces new information or challenges a belief, it can feel like a threat to that identity. Even if the discussion remains respectful, the brain may interpret the disagreement as personal criticism. This reaction is rarely logical, but it is deeply human. To protect their sense of competence, people may distance themselves from the conversation or react defensively. Another fascinating aspect is that intelligent people often notice patterns others overlook. They may detect contradictions, weak arguments, or logical gaps in discussions. Sometimes they point these things out without realizing the social impact. From their perspective, they're simply improving the conversation or seeking truth. But from another person's perspective, it may feel like their ideas are being corrected. No one enjoys feeling intellectually corrected in front of others. This is why some highly intelligent individuals learn an important social skill over time. They begin choosing when to share their full analysis and when to simplify their thoughts. Not because they want to hide their intelligence, but because social harmony matters too. Another reason intelligent people sometimes create discomfort is the stereotype surrounding intelligence itself. Society often associates intelligence with competition. If someone appears very knowledgeable, others may subconsciously assume they are trying to prove superiority. Even if that intention does not exist, the perception can still appear. This creates an invisible tension where others feel evaluated or compared. The intelligent person may simply be curious or passionate about ideas, but the social atmosphere changes anyway. Yet there is another side to this story that is often overlooked. Intelligent people frequently experience discomfort themselves in social settings. Because they analyze conversations deeply, they may notice awkward moments more quickly. They may become aware of subtle emotional shifts in the room. Sometimes they even overthink their own words, worrying about whether they said too much or explained something too deeply. In other words, the tension can exist on both sides. Others may feel intellectually challenged, and the intelligent person may feel socially misunderstood. Understanding this dynamic helps explain why intelligence does not automatically create smooth social interactions. Human communication is not just about information, it is also about emotion, connection, and comfort. A perfectly logical statement can still create discomfort if it disrupts the social balance of a group. This doesn't mean intelligent people should hide their thoughts or pretend to know less than they do. But it does reveal something important about human psychology. People often value emotional comfort more than intellectual precision. In many everyday situations, connection matters more than being correct. The most socially skilled thinkers eventually learn to balance both. They know when a conversation needs depth, and they know when it simply needs warmth and curiosity. Because true intelligence is not just the ability to analyze ideas, it is also the ability to understand people. And when those two abilities come together, something powerful happens. Intelligence becomes not a source of tension, but a source of insight, empathy, and meaningful conversation. And here on Mind Patterns, that's exactly what we explore: the hidden psychological patterns behind the behaviors, reactions, and social dynamics that shape the way we connect with others every single day.